Right, welcome to my floor. I've just laid this piece of work out on the floor so you can see it's in its entirety, and in a moment I'm going to move it to the table and talk you through it and explain to you what it is, how it was made, things like that really. It measures 36 by 18 inches, which is about 91 by 47 centimetres, and you're actually looking at it on its side. It would hang, the width is actually the narrowest point, so it would hang the other way around. If you can imagine that's turned once counterclockwise, that's how it would hang on your wall. So I've put it on my floor just so that you can see what it looks like as a whole, and shortly I'm going to turn this video off and move it to the table and then talk you through it. Okay, I'll just let you look at it for a few more seconds and then I'll stop the film. It's on the table now, and basically this is a wall hanging I made for a show that I was doing, and it was actually for sale, and nobody wanted to buy it, and I think I put it in the Etsy shop for a little while too, and then I just got fed up with a lack of interest really, so I took it out of the shop and my daughter claimed it, so she will actually have this in her house soon. I meant to take it down to her a couple of weeks ago and I left it at home by accident, so she wasn't very happy, but she can have it next time I see her. So basically I've just embroidered text onto silk, then cut that up and patchworked it using hexagons. So there's quite a large patchwork panel there of hexagons with embroidered text, and then other hexagons that just have very fine simple hand embroidery on them. I'll try and zoom in and see if you can see these little tiny flowers, that's all, just basically stems with flowers on. So just bear with me while I zoom in and see if I can get this for you to see. That one isn't going to be in the line of the camera, but this one is here. Here, this one. Very fine, just backstitch line, actually no, split stitch line, with probably stranded cotton, and then the little tiny buds that are coming off there are done in, I think it's a marlet. Now I don't tend to use that very much anymore. This was made a while ago, a couple of years at least. Marlet's quite difficult to stitch with, it can be quite slippy, but it is very effective on here, just in tiny amounts, tiny little stitches to create a shiny effect, very smooth. So I'll zoom back out again, bear with me. Okay, now you have a bigger view of that. And then the bottom, attached on the bottom, just with running stitch, this is the running stitch join along here, is this area of ruched fabric. Now there's writing on there as well. This was embroidered with text and then just gathered up in places. I think it's really effective, it makes a really nice edge. And also on here I just have strips of cotton tape, and on the cotton tape there's embroidery that mimics the stems and the buds from the patchwork section. So I shall see again if I can just zoom in a little bit, see if I can get that more visible for you. It's here, so if you keep an eye on my finger and I'll zoom in, see if you can see it. It might not show up, I'll try and hold it up to the camera. There's a very fine stem there in stranded cotton with a little marlet bud at the top. Okay, so that's the story of that cloth really, made for sale, nobody wanted it. Got fed up with trying to hawk it around. Sometimes I take it personally when people don't want to buy things. I think to myself, what's wrong with them? So I just take them out of the shop and my daughter ends up getting them. She's got so much of my work. But I think the contrast between the pleat and the patchwork is beautiful. So luckily for Helen, she will soon have this hanging in her new house. And the back of it, that's the ruched part of the back. Looks basically the same as the front. I ruched it very densely in this area and less so over here, so it kind of falls in a semicircular way. So that's that cloth, and that's the story of that cloth. I hope you like it. I do really like it, and I know she'll take care of it and it'll hang in her bedroom probably.